Hey, it's more E3 news. It's not. Tugs was canceled, so we have to be.
Yeah.
We're excited about games. We're excited about games.
Hey,
today.
what the fuck? I love video games.
Yeah. Anyways, yesterday we ran you through pretty much everything that was announced over the weekend at E3. If you still need to catch up on that, just head to the link in the description or click the link that pops up somewhere up here. There it is. Since that video was released, there were a few more press conferences, some more important than others, and some of those featured games that were already announced or shown off previously. So we'll skip all that stuff that we've already talked about and get into the new stuff that was announced on Monday and Tuesday this E3.
First on Monday was Square Enix,
Yeah.
a company that had not done an E3 presentation in years and who had spent about a month hyping up their big E3 plans. Surely they wouldn't let their fans down, and their event would live up to the extremely high expectations that they themselves had set. Right? Wrong. The entire Square Enix presentation was pre-recorded, less than 30 minutes long, and only showed off two new games. Babylon's Fall, which is a game from the team behind Bayonetta, and something called The Quiet Man, which appears to be about a deaf guy who beats people up.
Yeah, fun.
They did show off Kingdom Hearts 3 and some other titles, but all of those debuted during Microsoft's presentation on Sunday, so
Yeah, people were rightfully pissed off about this presentation, quote unquote, as you could tell by the chat, who just were constantly disappointed at the lack of gameplay footage or an official release date for Despacito 2. Never gonna happen, guys. But also through the various tweets sent out immediately after the event ended. Now, here to save the day, though, hopefully, was Ubisoft, who kicked off their event with a big song and dance routine, as is tradition, to announce Just Dance 2019, which at this point is basically just like FIFA, Madden, and Call of Duty, where a new one comes out every year and people continue to buy it.
I just gotta dance.
By the way, I looked this up. There are over 20 different Just Dance releases. 20.
Somewhere out there in one of your homes, there's a bookshelf filled solely with Just Dance titles.
That you're not using, even though songs can be timeless. And dance is how people have communicated throughout the ages.
Yes, the dance is our cultural unifier. And sometimes just dancing is all you need. But then things changed from the bubbly and colorful tone set at the start of the event to grim and grisly when they showed off some new footage of Beyond Good and Evil 2. It was looking pretty cool until they brought out Joseph Gordon-Levitt to ask very nicely to help out a multi-billion-dollar company by contributing to the game through your own hard work for zero compensation.
Yeah.
For the exposure. Crowdsourcing assets for a huge title from a gigantic studio, it sounds pretty lame.
Yeah.
But JGL did go on Twitter shortly after to clarify that his company, Hit Record, they do pay its contributors, so there's still basically zero info on how much they're paying you and how it's going to work for this Ubisoft title specifically.
So maybe just wait before you start working for them for little to no money.
Yeah.
They showed off more of The Division 2, which they noted in this presentation will host 8-player raids, amongst other things. They had a musical performance in honor of the Donkey Kong expansion for Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. They debuted gameplay for the multiplayer pirate title Skull and Bones, which honestly doesn't have to do much considering how low the bar was set by Sea of Thieves recently. The graphics here, they're impressive, and if they can just release a game that has a point aside from just plundering booty with your friends, they're going to be on the right track to success when this game launches in 2019. It looks fun, but please, make it have a point. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Next up was Starlink Battle for Atlas, which is a game that probably wouldn't have turned many heads at all until it was announced that they would be adding Fox McCloud from Star Fox as a playable character for the Nintendo Switch version of the game. Apparently you play this game with a toy ship attached to your controller, which is definitely weird if you're over the age of 10 or so, but you can be rest assured that a ton of people in their 30s will have McCloud's ship docked right there on their Switch dongles when they play this game. I'm pretty sure it's only going to sell for the Switch, and only because Star Fox is somehow combined with this.
Ubisoft finished the event by showing off a bunch of new gameplay footage from the recently announced Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which takes place in ancient Greece. And the biggest takeaway from this footage is that for the first time ever, you will be able to choose the gender you'd like to play as.
Yeah.
But you'll only be able to choose between male or female, because ancient Greece was a lot less progressive than you might imagine, aside from all the gay butt sex that the soldiers were having.
Now, outside
Where's
of
my immersion? If these soldiers aren't having butt sex on the battlefield, what's the point?
Not
I
gonna
learned my
buy it.
history from video games.
well, maybe in the DLC, Elliot. Let's give them some time.
Nice.
Outside of that, though, it just looks like another Assassin's Creed game in yet another setting. And it's cool that they can pretty much do whatever the hell they want with the series now, but it basically just looks like a reskin of the last release, so...
Moving on, though, Sony held their press conference Monday night, smack dab in the middle of that Singapore summit where Donald Trump met with and seemed to be very keen on his new bestie, Kim Jong-un. If you tabbed away from Sony's live stream and checked Twitter to see images like this, you might have been confused for a second and thought that Sony was announcing a reboot of Homefront. But no.
No.
That's just Trump hanging out with Kim Jong-un. No big deal.
No.
So,
let's move on.
That happened, but we're here to talk about games. What did Sony actually show off during the event? Well, we knew that The Last of Us 2 was coming, but they finally showed off over 10 minutes of new gameplay from that. The game looks great,
Yeah.
and considering the fact that the first one was one of the best story-driven games in recent years, we're not too worried about this one. No always-on multiplayer. Hey, you guys like The Last of Us? Now you can play The Last of Us with your friends.
And you
but
can-
that doesn't make any sense! Nah, you're gonna do it.
And then you can just bomb whoever you want in
Yeah.
the game. It's fun. It's fun. It's a feature.
Now, the one thing people did seem to get hung up on was a scene where Ellie kisses her girlfriend.
What?
Some people were apparently upset by this and wondered, why would you show that? Well, because Naughty Dog wrote the story for the game, and it involves Ellie being romantically involved with someone. They wrote the script for it, so that's why it's in the game. I think that's the simplest way to put it. Also, if you're such a big fucking fan of The Last of Us, you're somehow conveniently forgetting that they revealed that she was gay years ago in the fucking DLC for the first game.
It's canon. She's canonically lesbian.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
been that way for a while.
Then they debuted gameplay from Ghost of Tsushima, where you play as a samurai going up against the Mongol Empire. It's an open world game and looks like it'll play similarly to other action RPG style games. It looks cool. I'm very excited for this. But the real winner in this whole segment for this game was the audience, who got to watch this dude shred a flute on stage to build hype for the game. He's basically the Andrew WK of flutes.
Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull is the Andrew WK of flutes.
Well, that's debatable now because of their press conference.
He does it on one leg. Did this guy do it on one leg? Did he do this? Boop, 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 boop.
He could have. Sadly, there's no confirmed release date set for this game, so we would assume maybe holiday 2019. Who knows? There were a few more things here worth noting. A new third-person title from the devs who made Alan Wake and Max Payne called Control. There's also going to be a remaster of Resident Evil 2 dropping early next year, and an announcement for Nioh 2. Also, more footage from Spider-Man, obviously, and more footage from Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding. Despite showing more footage from Death Stranding, it's still a complete mystery.
Yeah.
No one knows how it will be played, what type of game it is, and there's certainly no release date yet, which is odd to say the least. But then again, the whole game looks odd, so it fits the aesthetic perfectly.
The gameplay is going to consist solely of press A to go deeper into the deranged minds of Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro.
The real long con here is that every gaming event, they show off more and more of the game, but what you're actually seeing is the game. And by the end of the actual game, they're gonna be like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, you want to play that?
Okay, sure, yeah. We'll put it on a disc or a download, and you can watch it again.
Press A to turn the page.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning saw the last major press conference when Nintendo streamed their pre-recorded event, which had a few notable items, but was essentially dominated by information about Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. Is Super Smash Bros. The crossover that gets it right?
Hey, that's a reference from that old channel we had.
I don't remember any channel before this one.
My brain has been scrubbed.
Is it the crossover that gets it right? Well, it sort of has to be because it's got the biggest list of character names I think we've ever seen for a game. We literally cannot list them all on this show because it would take too goddamn long. But it's essentially every character from the history of Smash, and the game will support the GameCube controller because apparently that's the preferred controller for these titles.
It's a cool move by Nintendo.
Yeah, the whole Smash community takes it very seriously.
Yeah. I think they're going to be happy with this, though.
Yeah.
The reaction I saw in the Twitch chat, aside from people spamming Despacito 2, was very positive. So,
All right. Well, anyway, we'll leave a link to their presentation and a bunch of other links. So you can take all that in, take in all that Smash news along with all those other presentations in the comfort of your home
yeah.
without pants on.
Do whatever you want. It's your house.
But aside from Smash, the Nintendo presser had only a few other big announcements.
Yeah. Fortnite officially coming to the Switch.
Now that is the crossover that gets it right.
By the way, it's coming right now. No, it already came out. You can go download it for free and play it right now. So, I mean, you're probably already doing it. This rumor has been stirring for a while. It was actually leaked on Monday, so this wasn't really a surprise, but it is a reminder that Fortnite has completely taken over the world and will continue to grow and become more powerful with this release. It honestly sounds like a supervillain at this point.
Yeah, and it's just the perfect game for the voice chat system in the Nintendo
Oh,
Switch.
that works, the one that works seamlessly?
Go out with your squad of 4 and just communicate seamlessly with each other, you know, call shots, no problem.
It's good. It's great. Super Mario Party was also announced, and it actually looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Basically, just a bunch of mini games crammed into one title, but it should make for some fun times with your IRL friends or strangers you've met on the internet.
These party games, the Mario Party games are great. I just need a new WarioWares. It's been too long.
Oh, speaking of, not Wario, but Waluigi, snubbed from Smash Brothers. Very sad. Anyways, yeah, this game gonna completely rely on Nintendo's new debuted online system that costs money, or you could just play it in your house with your real friends if you have any. But yeah, either way, it looks fun. Super Mario Party is gonna be released on October 5th. So look forward to that. Oh, and there's also, they made an actual Pokeball that works with the Switch now for the titles that were previously announced, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. You can also apparently use your Pokemon Go phone app to transfer those pocket monsters over to your Switch game too, if for some reason you still have that downloaded on your phone for some reason. Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for E3 as far as announcements. Everyone go home.
Yeah, we're done here.
The convention itself extends through the week for industry people and fans who, for whatever reason, want to stand around in line all day to look at gameplay demos and billboards, or, I don't know, possibly get a whopping 5 to 10 minutes of hands-on experience with games that are coming out in the somewhat near future.
Yeah.
But hey, now that we're through all this news, we can get back to the other shit that's out there on the internet when we get back tomorrow. Internet tomorrow. Because by tomorrow, it'll be the internet today.
Yeah.
And this will be the internet
yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
One last thing that isn't gaming related. The official song of summer, since everyone's all hung up on this Despacito 2 thing, official song of summer, we're calling it Sangria Wine by Pharrell. It's a fun romp. Enjoy. That's your Despacito 2 news. Yeah. Watch yesterday's video and don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, smash that bell, support the Patreon, buy a t-shirt, follow us on Twitter, sacrifice your firstborn, and not the last one, we don't want blood on our hands. Yeah. Just go play some games. Go download Fortnite. You can get it now.
Stay indoors. It's hot as fuck out there.
It is. We only wear these jackets because the mic's stuck to them.
I am sweating underneath this shirt.
See ya tomorrow. Today.